Journey in the Cage. For her father, for his mother, the girl and the boy need to change the past and return to Tokyo as soon as they can. Their feelings on this are unchanged, but as they travel, they come to cherish their time in the cage. Great jellyfish float in the night sky as if they were underwater. A secret flower garden glows with a lonesome light. Magical scenes appear one after another and recall beloved memories, warming the hearts of the travelers. The aquarium they went to as a family. The sound of the piano at her mother's childhood home. The gleam of the stars seen through a telescope at camp. They were when the girl and the boy, when the sister and the brother were happy. The many memories they made as a family are their treasures. In Tokyo, everyone minds their business. That world is cold and impersonal. But in the cage, the guides, Papa, Mama, and Aka-san, give their all to help. When it rains, they become umbrellas. When it is dark, they light the way. Even when they are separated, they give supportive words. The girl is reminded of the days when her father was happier. The boy is reminded of the serene days he spent with his mother.
俺、この旅が結構気に入ってたんだ。なんというか、いろいろ助かった。
Perhaps the two have found the cage to be a place where they can open their hearts. Their bond. One day, during their travels in the cage, the girl receives a call from her brother. The boy's phone picks up a signal from his sister. The connection lasts only a moment. They thought they were alone in the cage, but the brother and the sister feel each other's presence by their side. Before their parents divorced, they got along and lived together peacefully. How would it be now? One thing that could be said for sure was they share the same feeling. They want to meet. No, they need to meet. The altar of the sun and the moon. The pair visit dark scarecrows and collect fragments of the sun and the moon. They do not look forward to parting with their guides, but they continue towards the end of their journey. Finally, the girl arrives at the altar of the sun, and the boy arrives at the altar of the moon. A call comes to their phones. To the daughter, from her father. To the son, from his mother. The voices of those they treasured most fill their ears. Suddenly, light glows out from the pair's arms. This luminescence is from the sun and moon fragments they collected. As if the girl was giving her life, and the boy was giving his heart, the fragments float through the air and into the altars, generating a great column of light. The light shoots straight towards the broken sun and moon, illuminating the sky. Yes, they completed their goals. The sun and the moon are restored to their proper state. Then the two voice their dearest wishes.
お父さんと一緒に暮らしたい。
母さんを助けたい。
They were once impossible wishes. The true past. On awakening, they find themselves in familiar places, the girl in a cheap, run-down apartment, the boy in a tidy, high-rise flat. They understand they are back in their Tokyo. They restore the sun and the moon and return to their own world. Then, with bright calls of, "I'm home," Papa, with his spirit refreshed, and Mama, with her heart healed, enter their homes. Their parents were supposed to have died. Now they smile as they stand before their children. It is because the sun and the moon granted their wishes. In tears, the two who desired such a reunion hold their dear parents. There follow happy, peaceful days. The girl maintains her honor roll status, and after school enjoys her youth with friends. The boy continues his studies and works up the courage to speak to his classmates. They begin to lead lives like ordinary high schoolers. However, their happiness soon crumbles, and their reality turns cruel. Before the eyes of the boy and the girl, their mothers' and fathers' lives are stolen again. The siblings murder their parents, unable to escape their vengeful fates. The sister kills their ailing mother with poison. The brother places the rope around their suicidal father's neck. From the beginning, their wishes to the sun and the moon were in vain. They will kill their parents. That is their eternal doom. Conflict. On learning the truth, the boy and the girl turn to their guides. They speak. Learning from the stories they witnessed in the scarecrows, they say it is inevitable that they, as bearers of the sun's and the moon's power, will clash. The time for the two cages to merge arrives. In the sky, the sun and the moon meet and cover the altar in the shadow of an eclipse. The siblings return to the cage and meet, to exact revenge on her brother for her father, to exact revenge on his sister for his mother, to realize the murderous wish they hold deep in their hearts. The siblings take swords in hand and face each other. As they clash, they realize something. In the stories within the scarecrows, the people in conflict held deeply scarred hearts. The two siblings cry out in pain to each other.
お父さんがどれだけ苦しんだか分からせてやる。
俺が追いつこうとどれだけ頑張ったか。
どんなに辛くても泣きたくても消えたいって思っても
何度傷ついて何度死を望んでも誰も俺なんか見ちゃいない。
誰も私を助けてくれなかった。
俺はどこまでも社会ののけ者なんだ。
The two sacrificed and endured much for the sake of their family. They despair at not being understood by their last remaining family member. Desperate wish. At the climax of the fight between the boy and the girl, the joined sun and moon grant you a wish. I ask you, which high schooler do you choose, from a boy and a girl, to see their story to its conclusion? Well then, this is your story. What is it you wish for? To grant the girl's wish for revenge, or to grant the boy's wish for revenge? Throughout the body of whom you did not choose, blades pierce through. The wish to avenge their parent is granted, but it leads to a conclusion they did not wish for. The fulfillment of their vengeance is the death of their last family member. She, he, they break out in crazed laughter as they dissolve into particles of light. All that remains in the silence is a blade, standing alone. The pain-filled memory you chose is restored in the weapon. But both wishes are not granted. The memory you did not choose remains broken. There must be a different conclusion for the two. Sister and brother.
私はずっと暗い道を歩いてた。
一人で現実に押しつぶされそうだった。
世界が嫌になるまで葛藤して、
最後には共感しか残らなかった。
それでも日常にはかすかな光があって、
その光が心の拠り所になってくれてた。
だからきっと
もう一つの答えがあるはずなんだ。
You wish for a different conclusion. It is the climax of the conflict. The brother and sister are surrounded in bright light and overcome with a feeling of great loss. The hatred they hold falls away and their hearts open. There is no reason for them to fight. All they can do is weep and call each other's name. The guide's mama and papa stroke their heads to soothe them. The long-forgotten feelings of warmth for each other return. The siblings will not be able to return to their world. They will inhabit the cage forever. But as if to make amends, the two begin to walk together as family.